first and 10. It's Herbert. And he loses the football a second time. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers will take over possession here up at the 44.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
Chargers in good field position to start out. First and 10 at their own 44. Now their versatile running back. Here's Austin Eckler. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And it is caught at the 10-yard line. And they move this all the way down to the 9. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Herbert. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This goes to the goal line. You got to be very careful with the offense calls rub routes. When I call a pick trying to screen you off from your coverage, does a nice job of avoiding that and helping force an incompletion.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
On second down, here's Fields. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, they've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And when you see a ranking like number 4 in the league against the pass, that's a testament to both their defensive coordinator and the general manager that crafted this unit, and now they're out executing.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And firing a deep ball for Kmet. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. And the rookie Darius Davis deep for the Chargers. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Rodrigo Blankenship now for the PAT. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Charger drive about to get going. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And that's going to be good for the Chargers' 1st down as they'll take this up to about the 33-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnston. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. The Chargers at 5-1 here in this early part of the season, and they coming off their very first loss of the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins and take it and throw it right out the window, right? But let's face it, not many teams talk about that or even have interest in it. All they want to do right now is bounce back after that loss.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. He finds his, and now look at this, big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around a lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Herbert on 1st down now. As he throws there, incomplete. Quentin Johnston was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. You look at this Bears defense. They've certainly had their struggles against the run. The 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
The numbers are definitely not in their favor, but every time I click on the film and watch them, I see stretches where they play against the run really well. Their biggest problem, when they give up those explosive runs, those 30, 40, 50-yard runs, that'll really mess up your averages.
Now it's Herbert. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Herbert throwing again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 27-yard line. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Caught by Allen. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 15-yard line.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Running on first down, Eckler. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he will get in across the trunk for a Chargers touchdown. Austin Eckler with career touchdown number 70. And the Chargers are able to move back in front. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better. Punt's better than turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points. I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
To throw is Fields. And it's out. He put it on the carpet and picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. It's so much easier to have the ball notch free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
It's Dominic Robinson who comes in and makes a play. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. Almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down. And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. And that last penalty makes this 3rd down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5. Here's Herbert. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now Herbert off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. It's caught by his running back, Austin Eckler. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches inches left. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best.
Touchdown! Quentin Johnston, his third touchdown now on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now Fields. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Here we go, Scott.
On the option right is Fields. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
From the gun, here's Fields. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Out of the gun, Fields. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
A game there of 30 big ones.
As a general manager, you're counting on your 1st and 2nd round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough.
Here we go,
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out to his left. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get just a yard on the scramble at 2nd down.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
Here's Fields now on 2nd down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This is a half for not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Play number 9 of the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Now it's Fields. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Tyler Scott with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bears have got it back to within a score. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Steps away to his left. And Herbert going to slide to a stop, and he has a first down. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
He's airing it out for Williams. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Second and 10. A give, Eckler running to the right. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. On 1st down, it's Fields. Escaping the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. This is 2nd and 8. Fields now to throw. Open man here is Scott, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Fields going to get that out wide to Mooney. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. That'll give him 8 that time. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved. call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Austin Eckler, touchdown, LA. Austin Eckler with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Chargers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point up and good by Dicker, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
So here comes Mooney now on the jet sweep. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's in a full run by the time he gets the football.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Second down, they go back to Herbert. Bulldozes past him. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
On play action, Fields steps away. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. Herbert. Williams brings it in. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That'll go as a pickup of 42 on the catch and run. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Eckler now between the tackles. And out of bounds all the way down at the 30. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
On the option, here's Eckler. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. A little short pass. This is Everett. Touchdown, Chargers. Gerald Everett, 28 yards. And the Chargers go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And a lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get it.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. They run with a 4th-round pick, Roschon Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 more there and another first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Herbert powering up the middle. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Mozzie Smith, 1st-round pick there on the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Fields. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Fields on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage. And that throw had no shot.
Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. A handoff for Herbert. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
Caught me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive. And normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, it looked like the offensive line let him down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff him for a loss. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Fields. Forced out to his left. And he is caught. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, a run with Herbert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on 1st down, then ran it on 2nd down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important 3rd down try?
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Khalil Mack. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 146 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here's Fields. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 41.
Fields pass. Intercepted. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Charger drive about to get going. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll try the right side with Eckler. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Ram.
On the option right, Herbert. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. He has enough for the first down on the keeper, a gain of 6. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll try the air now with Herbert. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Dominique Robinson, the one who got in there to drop him.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now a first down throw, Fields. He'll get that underneath to Herbert. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Here's first down. On first down, Fields. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That means there's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's fourth down. Fourth down. Fields has to have this one. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it. I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
And he's got some space here. And he will have a Charger first down, and that should be the one that gets him to the finish line. 174 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played